Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing out there this evening? Sunday evening, August 22nd. We still in the dog days of summer, so you know what it is. So good to see everybody, though. I missed you guys on Wednesday. Work duties had to call. You know what it is. I'm a working man. Now, if I hit that jackpot, y'all will see me every day. Now, that's a lot, too. I'll be somewhere traveling. But I won't be able to use work excuse. Having said that, good to see everybody. So welcome to another edition of Real Talk for Real Men. This is our summer edition, in case you don't know. So it's a little different format. We're a little more lighter. Lots going on as people are wrapping up their final last legs of summer. Kids are back in school. We're dealing with Henri, we're dealing with the COVID-19 again. All those things are happening. So I know people are traveling. They're dealing with family. They're getting adjusted. We're getting ready for fall, the winter coming. So we're going to have us a cool little conversation today, and we're going to make it do what it do. First and foremost, let me bring in my co-host, Mick Mac. How you doing, Mick Mac?
I'm good, Black. I am good. I am here. I'm ready to get into this conversation. And you're absolutely right. That sun outside, the weather is just disrespectful at this point.
Yes, it is.
It's just
Yes, it is.
disrespectful.
Yes, it is. Even when it rains, it still ain't acting right. So it is what it is. I got my brother Kenny waiting in the wings. I haven't seen my brother in a while. What's going on, brother Kenny?
What's going on, brother Black? Miss Tasha,
Yes,
how you all doing?
We doing all right, my brother. How you doing in the Big D?
Man, dealing with this heat, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty much the main topic around here. And I also want to say, man, prayers for those people in Tennessee. Man, they got hit with some rain, and they saying like 22 people are dead.
Yeah,
right now.
I literally saw that.
So,
In case you guys don't know, Tasha lives in Tennessee. So,
yeah.
Tasha, what part of Tennessee is this?
I want to say it's like, what is it, Humphrey or something like that?
Okay.
Or I think that's what it was. Let me see. It
like
was
one of these
like Humphrey or Humboldt. It's somewhere that usually floods out. It's usually a more rural part of Tennessee.
Absolutely. I spent a lot of years living in Tennessee, and when storms hit, they tend to come through Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi. Those areas tend to get hit, and so for some reason a little harder than others.
So Middle Tennessee. So this is Waverly, Tennessee. It's very rural there. It's Middle Tennessee. So
man, and even here in Georgia, I at one point I stepped out on my balcony, and the water was coming down so quick. I started looking for Noah. I was like, well, damn, I mean, it was real out there for a minute. So, yeah. So my heart and prayers definitely go out to the families who are dealing with, any type of issues like that. And for people, ironically, in the last few weeks, I have a lot of friends and family members who are combating COVID-19. This second go round, it's hit a lot closer to home. I know for me personally. So,
me too.
So it's real, and this is not about whether or not you believe in the vaccine or not. That's neither here nor there. I wish everybody who's dealing with it to get well, to be healthy, because without your health, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. You know what I'm saying? I got my sister on. I got my other sister on, Candace. What's up, Sherry? What's up, Candace? How you ladies doing tonight?
What's up, y'all?
Good. Hello, everybody.
What's going on, Candace?
Sherry? Good to see y'all. Yeah, and so we're going to miss a few people. But anyway, so what we're going to do today, we're going to have a little fun. So we're going to just I call this just kind of getting to know you. This is like some fun relationship questions that I'll throw out there. And I'll keep it really, really light. but I'm also only going to do an hour today. In case you don't know, this is my last week in Smyrna. Yeah, man. You know, I've been boxing, moving. If you know anything about moving, it is
Yeah.
one hell of a headache. It
Right.
is. It's a lot, and to do it by yourself, I've been dealing with knee issues, and then all at the same time trying to maintain my level of excellence at work. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but things are going to get better. Everything's happening for a reason. Uh, I got one more week here in Smyrna. I'll be coming to you guys by the time the fall shows kick in. I'll be in a nicer place, nicer area, nicer frame of mind. Might even be back on that snatch train. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Things is looking up. Yes, they are.
Okay.
Things is looking up. But anyway, we're gonna I'm gonna throw some random questions out there. Nothing tough. Just want to see what you guys think. The very first question I thought was pretty cool, and I'm gonna see if I'm able to. Yeah, I think I can do this. As the questions, I think I can pop them in at the same time. So let's see if I'm able to do this. So the very first question. Let's see. What are some annoying habits of other couples that irritate you the most? Candace is laughing. So
I'm laughing because me and Kennard talk about this all the time because we've been together a long time, and so we know each other, and we now have our individuality. So it's funny to see newer couples that come together and this us against the world mentality with them. That's funny, but I'll let somebody else go. I'm gonna think of something.
Well, Kenny is frozen. It looked like.
Well, I hate when I see couples where the man is ordering for his woman.
Okay.
Have your mind of your own. Like why she can't order what she wants. I don't want anybody order nothing for me. I order my own. Like that's like that's a form of control, I think.
Wow.
And I see it in a lot of younger couples.
Right.
And I'd be like, oh, hell no. Oh, sorry, it's be early. Okay.
No, hell is good this time of day.
All right. Well, shoot.
Okay. But you say since you see it in a lot of younger couples,
yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. What's going on, Vernon? Vernon speaks.
Let me see.
Mr. Kennard. TFG Media that we're broadcasting from the TFG Media platform in case you guys didn't know. So definitely check us out on all those platforms.
And I got one more, y'all.
Okay.
That irks me. I also hate to see couples where they pull up and the man is sitting down and the woman is pumping gas. No, I don't care if you ain't my man. If you riding with me and you're a man, you're going to be pumping. Get the pumping.
Okay. So that's something that irritates you. What about you ladies? What's one of those annoying habits you see other couples do that irritates you?
I will say I have a couple. The first one is the couple who likes to argue and fight in front of people. That right there, it can ruin anything. It's so uncomfortable. Okay. They say sometimes some of the most outlandish things, and then you're just stuck there like, where do I go? Do I need to excuse myself? Okay. They just put everything out there in front of everybody. And then also those couples that are in the honeymoon phase of their relationship, the very beginning, where they're all like, you take a bite, I take a bite, you take a bite, like that. It just, they're overly affectionate, like in front of other people. Like that's too much. Like, come on. So.
Okay, I get that. What about you, Candace? Because Kennard says he agreed with you, Sherry, when you talked about the pumping gas while Pookie's sitting in the car. He said that's even worse.
Yeah, I agree with what Tasha said. That and the matching outfits, I like, especially when the woman is bigger and the man is smaller, and it's just.
Oh man, okay. Do they still do that? Do still do that?
Yes, all the way down to the shoes. Yes.
It's
Okay.
that. I've seen couples have their faces on each other's clothes, that's a new level of weirdness. What else? I think that's about it.
I got you. Mine has been and always has, and it's kind of hybrid of what you said, Tasha, in a way. But when I see that couple that is overly affectionate, that kind of, I don't know, maybe because I'm more of a private person, I'm okay with a certain level of PDA, public displays of affection. Holding hands is cool. A nice little hug, I think that's cool. But when I see couples going overboard with the big displays of affection, it just comes across as fake and phony to me.
Yeah.
And in this new virtual world, I despise it on social media. It's one thing to see it in person, but okay, I can give you the benefit of the doubt because at that moment, I'm looking at the person and maybe she's attractive and you can't keep your hands off her. Maybe he's attractive and you got to rub his chest or whatever and y'all can't wait to get home. But one thing I hate is when you do it on social media. Every little post, you got to explain how much you love each other on social media. Oh my, it comes across as so fake and so on. Who are you trying to convince, you know? And when I see it from older couples, when I say older, I'm talking about people over 30. When I say older, I can halfway tolerate it from younger couples because I just say to myself, they don't know no better. You know, when you in your 20s, what's the little dick sucking guy who got his video? Lil Nas, he's 22 years old. He say he in the best relationship. It's just like, God bless him. But he don't even know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is his first real relationship. So he don't know no better. So he's out here saying, oh my God, I think this is the one. Bless you, Lil Nas X. Bless your heart. You're young. I give it a month, then you'll be on something new. But when I see somebody over 30, grown ass men, especially, my tolerance for men is a lot less than women. When a grown ass man in his 40s and 50s gotta keep explaining how much he love her and this and that, dude, that irritates me. That's one of my little pet peeves. Thanks for popping back in, brother.
Yeah,
Kenny.
man, I took a.
Oh man, he froze again.
Oh no.
Kenny froze again. I'm gonna try to give him a chance to pop back in. While we waiting on him, I'll go to the next one, y'all. So here's the next question. A little personal. If you're having a bad day, would you want people to leave you alone or spend time with you and cheer you up? This is kind of getting to know you a little bit. I knew you was going to say that, Tasha. I'm not surprised. Why?
I need the space to try to figure this out on my own. Also, so then I don't say anything crazy to you, because even though it may not be you that has done anything to me, but if you're constantly bothering me or in my face, I may just lash out at you, because I'll say, like, just leave me alone, just nothing against you, just leave me alone. But if you keep at me and keep asking me, I will lash out and I will say something mean.
Okay. Quick question on that subject. Does that apply even if it's a serious relationship?
Yes.
You still would rather just the person leave you alone?
Just leave me alone. Just give me some time. I'll come back around, whether it be an hour or so, but I'll let you know whenever I'm approachable again, because if you do it too soon, I will lash out.
Okay. Do you reciprocate that for the other person if you see they're in a bad mood?
I automatically leave them alone. I don't try to press the issue, because that's what I want. So I think that's what the other person wants. I just leave them alone.
I got you. Okay. Who else? What do you feel about this? Anybody else?
For me, I like to be left alone as well, from friends and even with my spouse. And usually if I'm going through something, I'll tell him like, you please don't talk to me right now. I need to figure some things out. A lot of times I do go out and just sit in my car to get like space from my kids and everything.
Okay.
But if it's to the point, for me, if it's to the point where you see me days like that, sometimes it is refreshing to have somebody want to cheer me up. So
I got you.
initially I want to be left alone.
I got you. What about you?
I agree with
Brother
Candace. I would probably rather be left alone, but I also want to know that you're paying attention to me as well. I mean, just to see, where my head is at. I mean, you ain't got to say nothing every 5 minutes, but just say, okay, I'm gonna give you your space. I'm just checking on you. Okay,
I like
cool.
that. I like that. I do like that. I like that. Sherry, what you say?
It kind of depends on who it is, because I mean, I have family members that I would want to talk to cheer me up, and then there's others that I don't want to hear from. Just
What about what are we talking about in a relationship though? So, what about in your relationship?
Yeah, I'd rather be left alone. Let me come around. You already know.
So I got a point. Hold on, go ahead.
I know
I got to come at you about something. Go ahead.
No, but I was saying, but you want to. I know you. Me knowing you, you're gonna want to know the flip side. I'm not gonna leave you. You gonna tell me what I want to know.
See,
or what I want to hear.
That's why
everything else, and you know how I am. So
that's why I'm laughing. That's why I'm laughing, because I know my sister so well. Now she's 100% accurate. If she's in a bad mood, she don't want to be bothered. But let him be in a he can halfway have a smirk on his face. She gonna badger him to death. What
That's crazy. That's crazy, Sherry. Really,
yeah.
Sherry.
Like,
okay.
He's the God's on the truth.
Because no, Kenny, he'll do stuff like Freddie just said. What are you smirking for? We might have had a little disagreement. Don't be smirking. All that's not necessary. I'd rather you just go ahead. You can turn your. Don't let me see you smirking and carrying.
See, that's not fair. It is so not fair.
Right.
And she get it from our mother. My mother, that is Eloise Young all the way down. Like, why? What's wrong with you? Why are you mad? But because she's not gonna leave the person alone. But you better leave her alone. That's for damn sure. Kenny, I like what you said. I want to comment on that part. Because for me, I would rather be left alone too. But men, if you're watching this, what Kenny said is vital. Don't be no damn fool now. When you're dealing with a woman and you leave her alone and you don't check on her, you asking for an argument later on.
Yep. You asking for trouble.
Even though we know we can't read your mind, but let a couple days go by. Now you got to deal with, you didn't even ask me how I was feeling. You didn't even check on me. So that's a smart, wise man right there that's telling you, leave her alone. So even with Tasha, with her little mean ass, you can leave her alone.
You for your safety and for your feelings. Don't ask me what's wrong. It's okay.
I get that.
When I'm feeling better.
Get that. But I get that. But you better peek your head in and say, baby, I'm just checking on you.
No, you might get something thrown at you.
I would take to get something thrown at you, fellas. Don't listen to that.
Don't listen to
that. Don't listen to that. You better check on that woman and ask her a question, and then get on out the way. Kennard said that's a kind of tough one, and the worst is to ask me a whole bunch of questions. I agree with you, Kennard. Now that's for you ladies out there. If the man doesn't feel like talking, please don't bombard him with a bunch of questions like I know my sister Sherry would do.
And me too. I do it anyway. He's saying
that's a woman thing, I think. I just think women, y'all just like to instigate and antagonize.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Absolutely. And Candace is admitting this shit.
Right. Right. I appreciate cuz honesty. At least she
a lot of times I can help him. That's the thing. Like
fellas, you hear this, right? So you can't win this one. So fellas, just know. Go along with the program. Next question, guys. How content are you with the amount of non-sexual affection in the relationship? Non-sexual affection in the relationship. So let me tell you what we're talking about in case. Now we know we just talked about that maybe it's irritating to watch a couple with the PDAs and stuff like that, constantly grabbing, touching, kissing, hugging, patting you on the butt. But what about those non-sexual, things that show affection, and it might be a nickname. Hey, babe, can you go get me something? Hey, you're my boo, whatever, some men they roughhouse with women, I dated somebody who, for her, she walk up to me and punch me in my damn stomach. And my thing is, now if I hit your ass back, then it ain't gonna be so funny. So, what about you guys? What do you feel about the non-sexual acts of affection in a relationship?
I'm either way. I mean, I'm kind of in between. I mean, it's cool to have nice little pet names and stuff. That's dope. I think that's cool if we come up with our own little pet names. And a little playful stuff here and there. Yeah, because I like to joke around. So you got to be able to like to joke and stuff. So yeah, I'm in between with that.
Okay. Anybody else?
In my relationship, we don't have pet names, and he barely says my name. I was surprised to see it typed on the screen. He typed it. It's usually just "Hey," which reminds me of my grandfather. He used to refer to my grandmother as "Hey girl," but Kennard is just "Hey."
Does that bother you?
If I give a real transparent answer, it would tell a lot. At this time, no, no, it does not.
Okay.
Well, you just didn't give a transparent answer then.
Okay. I'll say at this time it does not bother me. But as for the non-sexual affection, like with him, cooking dinner and things like that I do like that. I like the things that we do for each other in that sense.
Fantastic. Sherry and Tasha, what you say?
I don't like. He have a pet name for me. You know that, Freddie. I don't like pet names. My name is Sherry. Especially when you got other people calling me that.
Maybe I've missed it all these years. What is the pet name?
Tony called me Boom Boom, and Paul used to come to our window. Our other brother called it, "Hey Boom Boom." I don't like that.
I never knew that.
My name is not no Boom Boom.
I never knew that.
I don't like it. Don't call me.
I'm gonna start calling you Boom Boom.
No,
okay.
I don't like that.
Right.
I'm not gonna answer.
You know I got.
That's funny. So why don't you like it, Sherry? I mean, that's his personal. Why don't you like it?
What is a boom boom?
I mean,
it's Sherry.
It's you. It's
right.
something. It's something that he gave you that I guess I don't know. Something that maybe happened with your relationship, and he's like, "Oh, that's kind of cute. I'm gonna start calling Sherry Boom Boom."
No, I don't like
Boom
that.
Boom Room.
That's what I was thinking about too.
No, I don't know why you say that. Why you call me that? Oh, okay, but I don't like it.
Okay.
You talking about I walk and bounce?
There we go.
No, I don't like it.
Hold on. Say that again.
There we go.
You said I walk and bounce, right?
Okay.
There we go.
I
Get
get
it. There you go.
I don't know about no boom boom. I don't know nothing about that.
I get it. I get it.
I don't
What
like no
about you?
boom boom. Don't call
What
me.
about you, Tasha?
My pet name is usually Boo. No, I'm just kidding. But I would say I don't mind the pet names. I don't mind the pet names. I would say I don't like being called Bae. I don't like that. I don't like that. Pet names, that's not bad. Little affection. I will say I don't know if I ever have a pet name for anybody. I don't think I participate in that.
Okay.
I usually I just say their name. That's what I usually say with their name.
Okay.
Or like Kennard, I'll be like, "Hey." I will say hey.
Now, I gotta ask.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no, okay, so because that's different. Never mind.
No,
Never
no,
mind.
what are you gonna ask?
Oh, because you said you just say their name, but in my mind I was thinking not during sex. I'm sure you
No,
you
not
call.
during.
Yeah, I'm sure you call out some different names. You know.
Yeah.
Now I don't like the corny pet names,
Mm.
but like my brother behind bars, free R. Kelly out there, free R. Kelly. You can call me daddy. So,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say call you God or something.
you know that works too. Now that works too. You know. So no, I'm just joking. I am just joking about that. I promise you, I'm joking about the God part. But daddy, a big papa, I could work with those. But my thing is, like Candace, the non-sexual things of affection, I truly appreciate when a woman does things without being asked.
Mhm.
Yes.
I
Yeah. Me
appreciate
too.
the little gestures
Mhm.
that may go unnoticed. Just small little things that you do. When I'm in a relationship, I'm constantly thinking about the person. Believe it or not, I'm actually a pretty decent boyfriend. So I do not walk in a store without thinking, well, let me see if I can get her something. I'm not asking for that. But you know what's cool is if you're going to work, if you know what, leave me out 2 pieces of toast. Shit. Something simple. It just said to me that
Mhm.
I was thinking about, hey, I left you out a couple of pieces of bacon. It's just some small little things like that that let me know that you give a damn, that you're in a relationship too. I appreciate those small little things that can kind of go unnoticed. And I appreciate that more than the big stuff. I even skipped over a question about Valentine's Day because I'm not even with the whole buying me something because it's part of the day, the Valentine's Day. I would rather that it be a Wednesday for no good reason whatsoever, and you walk in and if you know I like a Parmesan, buy me a pint of Parmesan. Hell, I was just stopped at the store, baby. I saw you was low. You know what I'm saying? I saw you was getting low on some Fireball. Here it is. I might not say a thing, but I appreciate that. It's those little
Right.
things for me. I appreciate that. All right, this one's going to be an interesting one, guys. What's the best relationship advice someone has ever given you? The best relationship advice.
I can tell you that real quick.
Okay.
Follow your heart, but take your brain with you.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Follow your heart, but take your brain with you.
Yeah, because you can fall in love, and that's all good. And that sometimes that love emotion will cloud your better judgment. So I never tell anybody not to follow their heart, but take your brain with you, because you just never know.
Absolutely. That's a good one. Anybody else?
Never make a man tell you more than once that he doesn't want you.
Ooh. Ooh. Tasha, what's the story behind that?
Oh, well, that is Judge Lynn Toller. She always gives that advice, like on divorce court, because some of the scenarios and some of the situations that people fall into, a man is giving them subtle hints that they really don't want to be with them. And some women
Absolutely.
are constantly trying to force it. And she's like, he's cheated on you. He's so much has told you, and you just keep going back. And her thing is have enough self-respect for you to say, for him to not have to keep telling you the same thing over and over again. So
Very good, very good advice. Very good advice.
For me,
Candace or Sherry?
yeah, for me it was set boundaries. Dating young, we hear as young women, we're brought up to do everything we can to get us a husband. And so they never talk about choosing someone that will truly satisfy you, because I'll say with a relationship, it is 50-50. Like, we both have to be bought into the situation. I shouldn't have to be bending over backwards to get you. And so someone told me after I had dated this guy that had 6 kids, 4 baby mamas, They were like, you need to
Wow.
set boundaries for yourself. Like, it's okay to say what you won't put up with. And so from there, that was when I met Kennard, and it hasn't been bad. So
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
I like that.
And for me, it's anything you do it respectfully, and you can't go wrong.
Okay. Okay. How has that served you, sis?
Well, because when you do in any relationships I had, I always deal respectfully, and I've been having I had some good relationships, I can say.
Okay. Fantastic.
Behind that, and I have gave that advice to other people, and they came back to me like, Sherry, you're right. So good.
My brother-in-law gave me some advice when I was younger that I've always applied towards any serious relationships I've been in, not jump offs or nothing like that, but any actual serious relationships I've been in. He told me that when you're in a relationship with a woman that you truly care about, it's her house. The only room you run is the bedroom. And I've always applied that. I've applied the logic of that, even when in the face of my family. And this is not a sexual thing that he meant it. He meant it in a sense that it kind of goes hand in hand with, you hear a happy wife, a happy life kind of deal, And so I always use that same principle that any serious relationship I've been in, I've had girlfriends, if they were serious girlfriend, and I've been in a card game or dominoes or whatever, and that girlfriend will step out and, Black, I need you to do this, and that. Get up and do it. She's the boss. She's the boss. That has served me very well in the sense that for me, I'm gonna say for me, when I've been able to give that woman that level of respect and autonomy over where we're laying our head, it meant peace for me. It actually meant peace for me. And certainly that was the case with my wife. I've had those scenarios where, family is visiting and it's time to go to bed, and now we'll wear the sheets and stuff. And my thing is, you need to ask her. This is her house, and that has always served me very, very well, And to my brother-in-law's point, I don't mind sharing my form of headship and allowing her to run everything else. Now the bedroom I run. That's where I am, Lord, Master, Governor, and God.
Oh boy. Gee whiz. Oh man.
I'll tell you. So absolutely. All right. Here's another one, guys. This says, would you lie to make me happy, and where would you draw the line? So I'm gonna tweak this one. Would you lie to make your mate or person with happy, and where do you draw the line with lying? Because we're told all the time that honesty is the best policy. So I want to know from you guys, do you agree with that? If honesty is always the best policy, or would you lie sometimes to make that person happy? And if so, where do you draw the line?
I will lie if it's not going to hurt anyone else. I will tell those white lies too. Yes, you look nice in that. Yes, I like that cologne on you. Yeah, that was good. Oh, yeah, you put it down in the bedroom. But if it's going to hurt somebody else.
Hold on. Go back to that last one.
Yes.
You allowed to tell a man that he put it down in the bedroom.
Yeah, if he just had an off day, yeah, I'm a lie.
Okay,
but you know what?
Okay.
Tasha telling the truth on that. Women do that all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but I like how you said if he has an off day.
If he has an off day, but if it's to the detriment of someone else, like you want me to lie for someone else, like a friend of yours, or to get somebody out of I'm not doing that. No, just leave me out of it. At that point, just leave me out of it.
Okay. Anybody else? Where do you stand on lying or honesty?
I agree with Tasha, but I heard men do the same thing too with lying about the bedroom. It's not just women; men do it too. But no, yes, I'll tell a white lie. But if it's something detrimental to your health and just our situation, I'm gonna be honest, because it would kill me to keep something like that.
Okay. Okay. Sherry, what you say?
I pretty much agree with Tasha and Candace. You can tell a little lie sometimes. It depends what the situation is.
Okay. But you draw the line where?
If it's a lie to hurt somebody or to harm somebody or anything like that, but as far as in the bedroom, I ain't lying. I'm telling you what it is. If you ain't right, you ain't right. I'm telling you it ain't.
Okay.
You ain't popping with nothing. Go and come again.
Would your ego be able to handle if the man told you didn't bring it?
Yeah, I would rather know.
Okay.
I would want him to tell me, like, sis, you should listen. Something ain't right. I feel like, what's wrong, so I can fix it.
Okay.
Or whatever. I would rather be told the truth.
That's
to be
fair.
honest with you.
That's fair. Brother Kenny, where you stand on this topic?
I pretty much agree with the ladies, but the one thing I would say that I draw the line is if lying actually takes advantage of my own happiness. I'm not gonna lie and sacrifice my own happiness for your happiness.
Woo.
That's where I draw the line.
I like that. And I'm a side with my brother Kenny, but I'm gonna go a step further. I think lying is what's the word? I'm getting tongue time. It is perfectly fine. I have no issue. I don't really have a line per se. I'm not gonna let them hurt you, but I like what Kenny said. I'm a lie if it means my happiness, if it means my peace of mind, if it means my sanity. So I am not going to tell you everything. You need to know that. So yeah, I even think some lies are healthy for the relationship. Anybody who knows me been knowing I have a saying, tell me a good lie. If you love me, tell me a good lie. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if you don't want to do something or you don't want to go somewhere or whatever, yeah, I might know you're lying. Dress it up a little bit. I can live with the lie. I actually can. Tell me a really good lie.
I don't want to go.
What you say, Tasha?
No, I don't want to go. I don't see a point in lying. I don't want to go. Why? Because I just don't feel like it.
So that's a perfect example. So for me, sometimes if it comes across that level of harshness, I would rather have a lie.
That's not hard.
I'm just saying, but it depends on the circumstances, So for me, if you know my personality and because I might follow up. Well, why? I went to your shit. Why you want to go to my shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing, it may not be enough for me in that instance because I just don't want to go. Tell me you got a headache. I can live with that because I might say, you lying bitch. I know you got a headache, but
but you know what, Black? I agree with Tasha. I'd rather her tell me the truth. I'd rather a woman say I don't want to go. Because then if you go and you really don't want to be there, you're gonna make it suck for me because you don't want to be there.
She has to go. I'm saying,
right. But I'd rather her tell me she don't want to
you.
go, and then I'm like, yo, okay, cool. I'm out. You stay here.
Got you.
All right, I'll holler at you when I get back.
I don't have a problem with her not going, but I'm saying for me, dress it up with a nice little bow.
Okay.
Dress it up. I definitely don't want you to go if you don't want to go, because don't make me miserable. I'm just asking to dress it up because that's what I'm going to give you. I might hate your family. I might hate those mothers, but I'm not going to tell it to you that way.
Right.
I'm going to dress it up with a little bit of a lie, Black, my mom's coming over like, oh, baby, damn, you know what? Tonight wouldn't be a good night. I'm going to dress it up because to me, it's better than saying, I don't want your ugly mother over here.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
You definitely can't say it like that, Black. You definitely can't say it like that.
That's what I'm telling you. Lies are good.
I wouldn't say it like that, but I will say, but I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna let you and your mother have it because I don't like her.
Oh wow.
See? I believe she would. Sis, give me a lie. Give me a lie.
Because my husband got a cousin. I can't stand her. And when she come outside my house, you going out there and talk to her. You know I don't like that bitch.
See, so that's
me.
what I'm saying. So sometimes, for the sake of peace, give me a good lie. Give me a good lie. I'm okay with that. That's just who I am.
That's true.
You know, that's all I'm saying. All right, here come another interesting one, guys. What is a relationship deal breaker for you? What's a deal breaker for you? Now I have several, but I ain't going first. I'm not going first.
Man.
What is a deal breaker? And then, and I'll start it off. Kind of the irony is because again, I'm single and I'm looking. There are several things for me that are deal breaker. And some of them are simple and some of them are big. I'll start with just some of the simple ones. Do you know that for me, if a woman smokes cigarettes, I can't. That's a deal breaker. That's actually a deal. Weed I can deal with. Cigarette smokes is bad enough that you know you guys know my story about kissing anyway. I don't want to kiss somebody with nicotine breath. You know that's a small one. You know, then I have big ones. We've had issues on this show before where we talked about people's views on child rearing, child care, and corporal punishment. Those are deal breakers for me. You know, I could not be with somebody who doesn't believe in whooping ass.
Okay.
You know, I'm just being honest. I know it no sense me wasting her time if she has a child.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, and I'm not saying I need to be the one to whoop the child. Let me be clear. So I get it, the woman saying, well, let me do the discipline, but I couldn't stand by idly where you're going to never whoop this child and they're acting out and you are into that whole timeout kind of shit and stuff. That for me, it would irk me too much. And again, I could keep going, but I don't want to monopolize. Yeah. Anybody else?
For me, sorry.
No, go ahead, Candace.
No, please.
For me, prior to getting married, after I dated the guy with the 6 kids, it was if you had kids, that was a deal breaker. If you weren't family oriented and you did not have a relationship with your family, that was a deal breaker because I have a large family. As y'all see, Kenny is on here. So I'm very close to my family. Another thing that was a deal breaker was political affiliation and whether or not you were spiritual, because I just couldn't fathom dating somebody that was a Republican and at all. They went
that's crazy.
Now married, a deal breaker now. You would see me and Kennard divorce if another child is produced outside of this marriage. It's gonna be a done deal, and it's over. So that's the deal breaker, marriage wise.
Okay, Sherry or Kenny, what you say?
Read this.
I couldn't date nobody that have pets. I don't like pets. I don't like animals. I'm not an animal lover. I think people that are animal lovers should deal with animals, but I'm not dating nobody that got no dogs climbing up in the bed with me and him, or even a cat. No, I can't deal with that. And cleaning up after animals and stuff. And to my mother, my nephew left birds at my mother's house. They was even loud, chirping around, seeds all around and shit. You think I'm gonna be cleaning all that?
Yeah.
I'm not cleaning that. I'm not cleaning no fish tanks out. None of that. I can't deal with animals. So no.
Okay.
That's not for me.
Okay.
And let me see. A person that's too heavy of a drinker. I can't stand an alcoholic. If you drink to the point where you slacking all around and lounging around, it's just a turn off to me.
What does slacking all around mean?
Like, okay, you go. Let's say you go.
Well, I'm a slacker. But go ahead.
No, but you got a high tolerance because you drink. I have been out with you. And you drink. You still be, and don't nobody have to sling you anyway. You get to a point where somebody gotta be holding you and slinging you, and the reason why I'm so that right there definitely is bad for me because I dated someone that shitted on themselves. and coming in and with a story talking about that they got robbed, but they still had their cell phone, but didn't came to find someone. That's what they should have. But they was pissy drunk, shit like that. I know.
Oh my God.
So that's just so too heavy of a drinker that you can't hold your composure. That can't work for me.
Okay.
Can't deal with that.
What about you, Brother Kenny? Did we lose Kenny?
Kenny froze.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Tasha, did you go already?
No, I haven't gone.
Okay.
I have a few. The first one is an indecisive, like dumb man that leaves everything up to me. That irritates me. That has like they don't have no plan. It's just whatever you want to do. Okay, at this point you're my girlfriend, so I don't want to deal with this. If you have kids, that's a deal breaker. If you don't like pets, that's a big deal breaker for me. Like you come in my house and you get to stomping and try to kick at my dog, I'm gonna be mad.
Tasha, you got dogs?
I have two.
Oh my God!
But they're little and they're quiet, so like you don't ever hear them on here. They're quiet.
See when I go to people's house, Tasha, and they got dogs. You know how some people try to kick them quietly. No, I would get your dog. Like that's why I can't. No, I'm sorry, but yeah.
No, I don't let them jump on people at all.
I can vouch. I live with Tasha, and if you walked in her door, you wouldn't know she have pets. But not everybody does that. So Tasha, you're an anomaly. Let me be clear. You're an anomaly. Most people that I visited that have dogs, they really do the whole thing where you walk in and a dog will jump and all, and they'll go, "Oh, he's okay. He's okay. He's not going to bite you." And so people might be afraid of dogs. I'm actually not afraid of dogs, but they do that. Or I've had people who have cats, and a cat will jump up and walk all around your head and stuff. And again, the cat, cats have the freedom to go as they please. So. But Tasha, you wouldn't even know she had pets. So, but and then on top of that, I know what you mean. But go ahead.
I would also say a man who cannot fuck, bad sex. That's just that's a deal breaker. It is. It's like, all right, there's nowhere to go but down from here. And then like Sherry, someone who has like an addiction problem, let's just be clear, I can't deal with that. Drugs, like whatever it is, I can't deal with your addiction problem at all. So
Tasha, you're a harsh taskmaster. And I've told you that before. Ironically, I can deal with the woman if the sex is not great initially, because my thing is I feel like it can get better, explaining, I feel like, but I've seen you in action and you're like, nope.
But it's different from a woman to a man though, brother. Because when a man ain't getting in bed, it's just he done. See you later. It's over.
No, I don't think that's fair. I think look, well, let me take that back, because I always say that saying it. Fear don't have nothing to do with it. I wish that wasn't that way, because I wish we had the same luxury to grow into it, because I got news for women. All sex ain't good with women either now. Just because, you have all the parts and it's beautiful, don't mean you're good at it. Don't mean I've had many partners that was not good sexually. And I didn't tell them. That's where those lies came into play. Like Tasha, like you said, I didn't come out and be brutal, but I gave him a good little lie.
So, brother, if a woman is giving you head and she whack, you just keep letting her go until she gonna learn?
Absolutely. Bernie Mac is famous for that line because he was telling the truth. No man is going to stop you. You got to learn. Now I happen to be very vocal. I can tell you what I like. So I'm a very good tutor. I'm very patient. So I know how to tell a woman how to hold me, lick me, suck me. Take her time, baby. Move your head. Don't move. It's right there. You found Right there. Don't move. Don't move.
Well, how many times does it scrape against your teeth before you like, you know what? This is it. I'm done.
Now, that is kind of unforgivable. You're not going to get too many of those. But
I'm about to
again,
say,
but that's just it. But generally speaking, if you got somebody and she's eager to learn, she's going to get better. She's going to get better if she's eager to learn.
wait a
And
minute,
that's just oral sex. But I'm talking about even sex.
Mhm.
You've had women that have all the right parts. Tasha, you talked about your ex. His size was right, his age was right, so it was no reason why he should have been able to perform, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I've had women that physically I couldn't wait, and all of a sudden, oh my God, I can't believe how bad that was.
but what you talking about? Eager to learn. Shit, is she doing you a favor? You ain't doing her no favor.
Now that's where I disagree with you completely. So now that's where I disagree with you completely.
That's why I can't
ladies and gentlemen out there, it is an honor and a privilege to suck my willy.
You need to find one with some big teeth, and then you'll know. Tell you.
You are not doing me no favor. You are being blessed. Think of yourself as Catholic. I am the Pope in this instance. You are kissing the throne.
You see how y'all think? Eager to learn.
Absolutely. So you are not doing me no favors.
Man.
And on top of that, you gets no dick unless you sucking mine. You're not even getting no dick. So
See.
Yeah, we it would have been done. I would have been like, all right.
I'm just saying, you know. I'm just saying.
That's why we could never date each other, because I would have been beat you.
Absolutely.
Like, all right, I'm about to head out.
You will have to, like the man in IMS, you will learn to wear it and learn to love it. You will have to learn. We got about time for about 2 more good questions.
I'm just stunned. That motherfuckers got the nerve enough to be thinking that they doing you a favor. Like, you can't be serious.
Fellas, they're not doing you a favor. Shame on you if you let it be presented that way. They want that stick as much as you want that snatch, and it's a even. And on half the time, we bring in the heat more anyway. So
can I ask this? If we want the stick as much as y'all want the snatch, why is it that we can get satisfied off of just y'all eating us and then telling y'all to leave? Like, it's some women out there that will have y'all eat us out, and then y'all, that's it.
You're absolutely right, and in the immortal words of Bernie Mac, you selfish son of a bitch, you, because that would never work with me. I've always, for me, thank God I've never been experienced. When your draws come down, first of all, you doing me first anyway, so that's never gonna happen. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that I'm in a true muffin eating mood. And it's clean, and you spread yourself out. I put this on the souls of my 2 brothers. When I finish licking it, I'm not asking. And one quick snatch, I'm inside you. You ain't you're not, you know, from the head motion to snatching you, and I'm thrusting myself in you. I'm in there at that point.
See, I don't know where.
I'm telling you that right now.
Because as I told you, I was told you on Tasha before, like me and Cherry told you, niggas gotta ask. Like, you can't be serious. Like,
Terrence, I appreciate you, my brother. Shame on you men out there if you down there performing and then her telling you that I'm good after that.
First of all,
it's a lot of them.
No, a nigga gonna give me head first, and if you ain't good, that's all you get, and see you later. That's it.
So now y'all understand this conversation is taking definitely a turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
but now y'all understand why I'm the way I am, because that's why I say it doesn't need, for me, and I mean this seriously. I am not joking. I've been this way my whole adult life. Nothing starts till you give me head. That's where it starts. And I have never asked the woman to give me head. We literally go from when it's that time, whether we smoking a blunt, drinking the music, whatever, when it's time, I take my musty drawers off. I sit down in my chair. I have my drink in my hand, and I have my dick in my hand. You know, in that moment, it is time for you to blow the whistle. I don't ask; it's understood. You know that before you get here, and at that point, if you're good enough, you can get some dick afterwards.
See, by the time when you
And if you're too good, then you might have to wait because then I might blow my stack. Then you got to sit there and wait till I recuperate. But
see,
you giving me mine.
messing with us up here, you'll be done took your musty drawers off, and we'll be asking you what you doing. Oh, we came for see you later, and we out.
I would have been out the door.
That's why
So in case y'all wondering, I don't want nobody out there thinking that my tactics only work down south. I beat them nasty, filthy bitches in New York, down south, Chicago. They are no different. They put their drawers on just like everybody else.
Because he gonna tell me that he the guy get me big bottle of Hennessy.
New Yorkers ain't no different.
You get the Hennessy. You bought it for me. Okay, we see you later.
God bless them, but New Yorkers ain't no different. I have as many New Yorkers viewing this show, coming to this very show for a year and a half with some of the same issues that Southern women have. They do not have the market cornered. You can pop yourself in their head and tell the exact same way.
I beg to differ. I feel like no, that's not happening here, and it's never happened to me. So.
God bless you. I got a New York, Terrence, a true statement. That is a New Yorker speaking.
Let me tell you,
got a double stamp on what I'm telling you. There is no difference.
You got some of them up here doing that, but I'm just telling you, like,
I get it. You ladies individually, you might, but I'm just telling you, in my whole life, and I've had enough, more than 3 or 4 people. I have never. I'm being so serious. I've never asked a woman. I don't understand why a guy would say, "Can I get some head? Are you going to give me some head?" And please, I've never had to do that. Now, thank God I've been blessed, huh?
I have a question for Candace and for Sherry. So for Black, he says for him it starts with head. It sounds like for y'all it starts the same way. Like y'all have to get service first.
Good question.
So for me, I don't like oral sex because a lot of men don't know how to do it correctly.
True.
And so I don't, but I've never had a man just demand it first.
I don't demand, so I've never demanded.
So can I ask this? So was you dropping coins or not? Because I'm just trying to understand how women goes over there and just gives you. Oh, she's just so mesmerized that she gives you some head.
Call it whatever you want to. I've never demanded, but I've never had to ask. And I'm a fat dude. I'm a fat dude.
I've witnessed it, Candace. He's not doing anything special.
I have never. So that's why I want to be clear. I have never demanded. That's not a pre-conversation I have. It's just a situation where when we're vibing and it's time for it to kick off, I literally take my drawers off. I take my sweats off.
Wow.
And I sit down at that point, and my thing is, that's how it's happening.
Clearly, as the young people say, them women knew what the assignment was. I guess.
Absolutely. But I'm trying to be clear. We're not talking about exclusively young women, Black women. We're not talking about ghetto women. I've been telling this my whole life. Who actually gives me trouble is younger ghetto women. They actually put up more of a fight. But it's kind of understood, to be honest with you. So I've never had to demand it. And for me, that's what gets me going, and straight up, right up until I decide to bow out of it, I had women would come over, we would smoke a blunt, and the music is playing, it's all good. And at that point, when we know we in that zone, it's not something you talk about. It's when she doesn't say, okay, I'm ready now, it's just kind of like, we're laughing and having a good time. At that point, at some point, I just take my clothes off, my bottoms off.
For me, prior to marrying my husband, men were very free, and so they were wanting to eat and also eat the groceries. And I just thought that was disgusting. Like, you just met me, you don't know if I took a shower or what.
I agree. Now I
you
agree.
Trying to do this?
I agree.
So, and they would say it was because I look so clean. I might look clean, but you don't know. It's a lot of women that look
clean. You're right. But let me add this to it, real quick. Part of it too, though, Candace and Sherry, is I am extremely clean. And I'm not talking about just my body. Before we even get to there, part of the charm or whatever, when you come over, I think a lot of times they are very surprised that for a bachelor, that my place is really clean and neat, and I treat them very well. So all of those are things that kind of add up, because what I don't do is, as soon as they hit the door, I'm on them like an octopus. That doesn't happen. So I think it is a cumulative thing to where, man, I'm feeling this cat, and like I think sometimes they might not even have intended to, because I'm fat or whatever. But then over the course of the time, it's like, well, damn, he is kind of cool, and whatever it is, I don't know that part.
Listen,
now it does help that when my drawers do come down, there's never going to be a smell. So I'm extremely clean, and I have a beautiful dick. My dick is absolutely beautiful. I've been blessed with a really pretty dick. Some dicks is all bent up and beat up and whatnot. My dick is very, very attractive. It really, really is.
I don't give a damn how attractive it is. I ain't gonna know how clean it is.
And I've been told a lot of times. And I'm a diabetic, so my cum tastes sweet to them. They say so.
Oh my God! First of all, and if a man, I'm sitting there and a man got to start taking his clothes off, he gonna just be a naked motherfucker. We gonna be sitting there. That's just it.
And I guess for me, Lee, we wouldn't be doing it because, first of all, head when I was in high school was looked at as a bad thing. So when I actually started doing it, my first husband had to talk me into doing it. And after we divorced and I started dating, I feel like it was still something that I needed to do to my husband versus somebody I was meeting. So Absolutely. Maybe it's just, that's why
I have a tremendous amount of respect for that.
I want to see this, Tasha. The fact that you saw it, I hate that I froze.
Right.
Okay.
Can y'all see me? I was saying I want to see this though. I want to see it in action where the women just go after you. That would be a sight to see.
And that's the other thing too. He's not doing anything. He's not tricking them. He's not doing anything like that. And it's not ugly women at all. So it's like, oh, okay, well, that's my cue to leave. So like,
right.
I know. I seen them in action.
I was going to say, I've been blessed in my life that Tasha's my very best friend. We've never slept together. She's seen like she said, she knows that, okay, Black, I'm out. My sister has seen how I get down. D, who's on the show, I'm nothing special. And that's why I preach it this way. I am nothing special, but you know what they said about, well, at least you always know where Black stand. I'm direct and blunt. I think I'm charming with it because I'm not mean with it. So I don't want it to come across that it, like Tasha said, there is no trickery to it. There's no doors closed. No, I'm not doping your drink. It's none of that. In fact, you're free in my house to make your own. The bar is right there. Do your own thing, baby. I'm very big on be as comfortable here as you can. I want you to because if you're comfortable, you're making me comfortable. There is no trick to it, but I've never had to go through that. I don't know why. I never have. And so for me, it does start with oral sex. I know this conversation can get a little vulgar, but for me, it absolutely starts there.
Yeah.
That's for me, Anyway, we went over a little bit because I told you guys I was only going to do an hour today. We kind of got off on that tangent, but there's always these conversations are fun. It's real. It lives up to the show. Real talk. It lives up to the show. We do not duck and dodge subjects here. We take them as they come. But this was a cool addition of being able to get to know each other, and that's what we did. So, and for the maybe newer viewers or somebody who might come watch this for the first time, this is really how we do it here. So, anyway, I'm doing it on the hour today because it's the dog days of summer. And guess what, folks? I have been packing and moving and boxing and giving shit away to Goodwill. I've 3 big bags of clothes and lifting stuff. If you've ever been in the midst of moving, you know how stressful that is. I missed Wednesday. I didn't want to miss another edition. I want to see you guys' faces because I do miss. People don't know this. When we miss a show, it hurts. I actually miss seeing everybody. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Candace does her own show, The Candy Shop. So the fact that she stops by here, I love her to death for that. Showing the support. Candace, I'm going to start popping in more for your show when I get settled, sweetheart. I made my people. I don't know if you've been listening to me. I just made my 90 days. So for the last 3 months, I was locked into making my 90 days. And if anybody out there who's getting a new job, you know what that is about. You got to secure the bag first, then you can kind of relax. But my load is starting to lighten up. So, Candace, I will be popping in, sweetheart, giving you the support. So make sure you tune into the Candy Shop. Brother Kenny, if you saw in the messages, he's dealing with some power surges. We know we're dealing with, there's a lot going on. So everybody out there, be safe. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And we will see you on Wednesday. So have a great rest of your Sunday evening, cutting it short. Hug your kids, hug your family. Be safe out there.
Bye.
That's what's up. All right.
Well,